Hi, you just looked up the log base switch formula and I'm sure you must have learned it. Not learned yet? Get back and quickly learn it because now we're going to do a sum with it. Okay, so write it once. I'm sure that will then be assimilated with you for life. Okay, now children, we have this question which I like you people to try out for a few seconds. I'll give you say some 10 seconds. You can take a longer period of time and give it a efficient try. Make sure that you're seated at a place where there is no disturbance and you're seated on a table and chair. And when I am explaining, make sure that you're focusing such that your focus is exactly where I am, right? Okay, now children, we have this question. What should be multiplied to log 7 to the base 4 to get the multiplicative identity? Now, in order to solve this question, first we will quickly look up a rule which is linked with it, which will help us to do the sum. That is, if you talk about the log base switch rule, then that tells us that if we have some log of a to the base b, then that becomes equal to 1 upon log of b to the base a, right? So here children, we get to see that in this rule, if we cross multiply, then we'll have further fun. That is, we will now have log of a to the base b, which if cross multiplied with log of b to the base a, we will get to 1. And now what is 1? 1, remember, is multiplicative identity, right? That is, it is such a number to which if you multiply any number, then that number comes back. Or in other words, we can say that if you talk about a to be a number and if we multiply it with 1, which is the multiplicative identity, then we'll get to a. And it can be written the other way around, that is 1 into a, which shows that it also follows the commutative rule, right? So a into 1 is equal to a is equal to 1 into a, which is 1 being shown that it is the multiplicative identity. Now children, using this log base switch rule, we've been able to get to the multiplicative identity. And now since we've been given here that this number we have as log of 7 to the base 4, right? And we require to multiply it with some number so that we can get to the multiplicative identity. So we can now say that if log 7 to the base 4 is multiplied with some number, say x, then we should be able to get to the multiplicative identity, that is 1. And now, since we've seen this in the log base switch rule, we can now write this to be log